Right, so I'll just get on with the blooming review of the Acolyte, shall I? Because it's terrible. I can't even remember what it's called. Honestly, can't remember. I've no idea. I don't know what any of them are called. So, right. So, here we go. Let's add it to the stage. Right, off we go. We're just going to go through it like I normally do. Here we go. Right, so it begins. 16 years earlier, it says, on Brendok. Where'd they get these names for these planets? I don't know. At least we're not on Tatooine. That's one good thing about it. Right, we're on Brendok. Some planet that looks like Scotland. I imagine this was shot in Scotland. You know, where they did the scenes in Andor. I bet it's the same. I bet it's stock footage that they've got from Andor. I bet it is. And we see this is it a willow tree or something? An alien willow tree. Looks like a Stargate location, doesn't it, to be completely honest? But anyway. And this is where we're introduced to our twin stars of the show. Don't ask me which is which. I think this is maybe Osha. I'm not sure. Because you can't tell the difference between them. One's supposed to be good and one's supposed to be evil or whatever. And I've no idea. I've no idea which is, because they're both exactly the same. They both have this, puffy, sort of like, I'm fed up look on the face all the time. Anyway, whoever this is, I think it's Osha, with the whatever that is in the background. It's a bit a ruin of some sort. She's playing with this insect or some little life form, and then she decides to grab it with the force. And then May comes along. May's supposed to be the bad one, remember? Osha's the good one. May's the bad one. It's a Wilzo tree, as in Journal of the Wills. Yes, the Wills. Don't ruin Scotland for me. Yeah, well, Andor were good. Anyway, May comes along and she does something bad with the Force that we learn is not the Force anymore with the creature. And Osha plays pop with it, but I can't tell which is which because they're both dressed the same. Are they exactly the same? Have they got the same colour belt on and everything? Can't tell. Yes, they have, haven't they? They're both exactly the same. Probably made it easier. Oh no, I think it's actual twins, isn't it? It's not one girl that they're doing a split screen. I think it's actual twins that they're using. And I can't tell the bloody difference. I don't know. They're both as bad as each other. Bless them, child actors, bless them. But they're both terrible actors. And they do this little, I am me, you are I, and whatever. I don't bloody know. Why are the subtitles not coming on? I'm sure I started them. There we go. There you go. She's talking about Mother Coral. We see Mother Coral shortly. We've got two mothers, remember, in the other episode. Oh, there's Mother Coral. She's a Zabrak. But not a Night Sister Zabrak. She's I've forgotten. I've got it written down. She's an Iridonian Zabrak. The Night Sisters Zabraks moved to Dathomir. But she's an Iridonian Zabrak, which is why she's got horns on her head. The Dathomir Zabrak women don't have horns on their head. Why? Don't know. I don't think they knew at the time. But anyway. Here she is. She is their mother, literally. She carried them, we learn. Anyway, so off they go. She takes them back. They're not supposed to be outside, by the way. They're not supposed to be where they are, in the forest. And here we see Sol. I nearly said Solo then. Sol's watching them from behind a tree. So he's been spying on them. Right, then we see that they're in this rock-hewn stronghold. In a big... is it going to show it? Have I missed it? Does it show it from outside? No, it doesn't yet. We see it's this huge fortress hewn from the living rock. There we go. There we see it. The top of the mountain. It's just hewn from the living rock. I thought I'd say that. We know it's an alien planet because there's things in the sky behind. But we learn that this rock is highly flammable later on. Maybe it's Tylium from Battlestar Galactica. I don't know. But anyway. Here they are coming into the thing. There's Mother Coral. They want one of these spice biscuits. Doesn't sound very nice, does it? But anyway, spice biscuit. Does that mean they've got drugs in? Are they like I've never had one. Anyway, cake with drugs in. I don't know what they call. Is it like that? I don't know. Anyway, they want one, but Mother Coral says they don't deserve sweets because they've been naughty. But then Mother Jodie Turner-Smith arrives. I could have spelled it with an O, but didn't. Combustium. Yes. I think the O might have been less hilarious. Anyway, combustium. Somebody I saw in the stream today, I can't remember which one it was, it might be Midnight's Edge. I think it was Script Doctor suggested what the rock were made from, and it's essentially coal. What becomes coal or something like that, I don't know. It's highly combustible. But anyway, that's later on. Anyway, here comes Mother Jodie Turner-Smith. I can't remember it, Anna Sayer or something like that. I don't bloody know. She comes out. She's all nice and lovely. She says, of course they can have a spice biscuit. Full screen, a stupid thing. There we go. So there they go. They're going to go have a spice biscuit. Has the subtitles gone off again? It's doing my head in, is this? Oh, it hasn't. No, never mind. Here we go. So anyway, they're going to have a little chat now. She's worried that they're always going outside, and these are her mothers, but they're mothers. Mother Coral carried them, and the other Mother Jodie Turner-Smith created them somehow. The suggestion is they've used the Force, or as we learn, it's called in this, they call it the Thread. Why they changed the name, dunno. They've either used the Force, or maybe they've used cloning to create them. I don't know, but I'm guessing. I don't know. They've no Zabrak features, have they? So it's not like a regular. Obviously they didn't use one of Mother Coral's eggs. They look more like Jodie Turner-Smith, but a lighter version. But anyway, that's enough of that. Wingrace says, what becomes coal sounds like a pretentious movie title for a coming-of-age tale or something. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? What becomes coal? An A24 film. Anyway. Right. Oh, I was talking about the Jedi. The Jedi have arrived. Anyway, there we see that. Obviously, they're a couple, it seems. Because, they're all women here, by the way. They call it openly, it's their coven. So they're obviously witches, like the Night Sisters, but different. Are they related to the Night Sisters we saw in the other galaxy? Dunno. Anyway, well, the twins are not normal children. Blah, blah, blah. The Thread. I'm talking about the Thread. Anyway, they've got to go. They're doing a bit of learning here now, a lesson they're going to learn. And they're using the Thread. All about this. Blah, blah, blah. When she's doing, she thinks she's in Mortal Kombat or Tekken or something like that. Fireball! Basically, that's what she's doing. But they're not interested. They're fighting amongst themselves. These twins who are different sizes, but never mind. They're not paying attention. Anyway, then there's some sort of alarm. I think the Jedi have arrived or something. I don't know, but something's happening. I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. It were rubbish. It was the longest episode so far as well. 40-something minutes. Anyway, this is where we learn now that Osha doesn't want to become a witch, but May does. And Osha essentially wants to become a Jedi. She wants to go and explore the galaxy and see what's out there. So anyway, and they're supposed to be. I don't know. They're supposed to be nice witches. These. I don't. They're supposed to be. There's no good or bad, is there, in this rendition of Star Wars? I don't know. Anyway, he's explaining it all to her, about sacrificing part of yourself for the good of the whole. One, we are two, we are many. We're going to hear later on. Oh dear. So, right. There's a sunny setting, and there we see there's moons and planets and stuff out there. So is Brandock a moon of this ringed planet? I don't know. Is that a ringed moon? I have no idea. Right, so they're getting ready for some ceremony. It's like an ascension ceremony or something like that they call it. They're doing their hair. They have identical hair. 16 years from now, they'll have identical hair, except May's grown hers out a bit, or they've just added some extensions. Anyway. So where we're learning that Osha's having doubts about this ascending. They're going to ascend and become, not ascend Stargate style. They're going to ascend. I don't know, to become leaders of the Coven eventually, something like that. It doesn't really explain it very much. Not that I were listening very well. And Joseph Reach is here. Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you very much. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Here we go, doing the ascension thing. Look, they look like, what they remind me of? Them, you remember in Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, when all the elves arrive at Helm's Deep? Them cloaks just remind me of those. And that's how bows and arrows we'll see in a bit. Here where they're doing the, we are one, we are two, we are many, doing all that. We also learned that the galaxy doesn't like people like us. By the way, I think this is, people saying, this is the gayest Star Wars ever, this particular episode. And I think this is, even though it wasn't written by her, but it kind of probably was, Leslie Headland. I think this is the one that's got most of her, her gayness in it. That's her words. She said, her this series is to promote her gayness. That's what she said in interviews over there, because I think this episode is part of that. Anyway, so we're learning that the galaxy doesn't like people like these. They're kind of like the women on Themyscira in Wonder Woman, but rubbish. Here they come out in their flashy, quasi-futuristic shawls. Look, there's a thingamabob. By the way, they're all different races, by the way. They're not all, it's in the human-ish and Zabrak and thingamabob. And there's others as well. Right, so they're getting ready to do this, for them to ascend. But, there we go, power of one, power of two, power of many. There you go, singing that. That's where we learn their full names. Mayho Anasaia. So how come they've got the Anasaia surname? Jodie Turner-Smith's character's surname, but not Mother Coral's surname. She's the one that bloody carried them, in some sort of what they call it. My brain. When another woman carries somebody else's baby, that a surrogate pregnancy. She was a surrogate mother, wasn't she? Anyway. The lead writer for all 8 episodes was Jason McAuliffe. Jason is a horror writer. Yeah, but it's Leslie Headland's story, isn't it? It's her story. She wrote the first 2 episodes and directed them and that. And it's her, she's the boss, isn't she? It's her story that's being told. They've just hired other writers to, fill in the blanks, so to speak. That's what they do, don't they? Yes, surrogate, yes. I got there in the end. Anyway, May agrees, to take on the burden of Coven of the Leadership or Leadership of the Coven or whatever, upon Jodie Turner-Smith's passing, and she says, "I do," straight away, and then they go to Osha, who is called something. Is it gonna? Oh no, I ain't got there yet. Then she goes to Osha. There we go. There we go. Verosha Anasaia. So she's not just, a health and safety executive type person. She's not sure. She says, I do. But then something happens and the Jedi arrive, I think. Here they are, the Jedi have arrived. And we see it's... don't ask me the names, I've bloody forgotten. But it's Trinity, the Squid Game guy, the fella that killed himself with poison for some weird reason in the last episode, and the Wookiee, Kel Naka. And that's the only name I can remember. Oh, and Sol, I can remember his name as well. I can't remember their name, I've forgotten. Because I'm an idiot. Leslie Headland is the director and head producer. They had a writer's room with 8 writers. Yes, but But it's Leslie Headland's story, isn't it? She's the one who's written the Bible, I suppose, for the series. And she's the one guiding the writing. They're all not just writing, this'll sound good, and just writing whatever they want to write. They've got to write what she tells them to write, essentially. That's what a writer's room is all about. Right, anyway. So the Jedi have arrived, and let me see, a Wookiee in clothes. And what's happened to his head? Is it shaved? Is it a Wookiee with a side shave? Is it? It looks like it, doesn't it? Unbelievable. God knows. And we saw all the before we start. We see all the they've got the bows and arrows like the elves at Helm's Deep. I'm going to show it. There they are. Look. Are there some sort of futuristic blaster bow like we saw in not Rebels, Bad Batch? That sort of don't know because I didn't use them. Anyway, so there and they've come for the kids because Jedi just steal kids, don't they? But anyway, they're acting like, the galaxy's child protection agency, aren't they? There are no children here, she says, but then obviously there are. And here they are, they come out and they talk and say, we want to test you, that's all we want to do, we just want to test you, and you're not taking our children. And they show them the lightsaber and all that. And look, you would make a very good Jedi, Osha. And then for some reason she agrees to allow him to be tested. I've no idea why. I can sense your disappointment with this show. Can you sense it? Do you like spoilers? I don't care one way or the other, to be completely honest. Don't care. And for some reason she agrees. Charles Xavier would be a good Jedi. Go steal some kiddos. Yeah, pretty much. I forgot they did this with. We saw it in the trailers, didn't we? Is it Torben? His name he's the one that, out of grief, or not grief, guilt, poisoned himself, didn't he, in the previous episode. They've made his eyes go black for some reason, and they've got him in the grip of some dark force power. So they're saying, if you want your Padawan to go back to normal, leave the children alone, whatever. Anyway, she says she wants to take the test. So anyway, she reluctantly agrees for them to take the test. So they're going to do it at the Jedi ship tomorrow. So they're wondering what to do. What's going to happen now? So it's going to let them do it. So anyway, this is where we meet. Is it that the elder witch of the coven? God, I don't know what she is. Is she supposed to be like? I don't know. I got very Maz Kanata vibes. Maybe she's one a Maz Kanata. I don't know, but she looks a bit tall, doesn't she? Anyway, so they're going to let him go and get tested. So that's what they do. There they go in there. They go to the Jedi ship, which is parked out there. For some reason, they're told also to lie about the tests. They said, whatever your heart tells you to say the opposite. So they'll fail the tests. So that's what they do. That's what But Osha doesn't want to lie. Anyway, here we see the Wookiee working on a speeder bike, because that's what Wookiees do, don't they? You've always got to see a Wookiee knackling with something. That's got a shaved head. Why would a Wookiee shave its head? God knows. Has it got tattoos? I don't know. That's baffling. Is it a male or female Wookiee? Don't know. And she goes up and just says hello, and the Wookiee goes and all that, and think, does she understand it? Don't know, because she just walks away. So probably thinking, I've no idea what that Wookiee just said to me. The Wookiee was probably saying, bugger off, I'm working. Anyway, there's talking to Tobin. Right, so I think May does the test first, and fails with flying colours, says the opposite to everything. And then Osha goes in, and she starts fibbing, saying the opposite. They're doing like what they did with Anakin when he was a kid. And she's saying, the opposite, and then they call her bluff, and because Sol's saying correct with every wrong answer, but anyway, so they call her bluff, and they say it's a good thing to be a Jedi. So they're talking into he wants to be a Jedi. They go, I want to be a Jedi. So anyway, so she's saying I couldn't lie. Anyway, there you go. I didn't want to lie. So she wants to be a Jedi. And she's trying to talk her out of it, but she's, the nice witches. Anyway, I can share with you the master is, and also a major character development is also another shock that no one has spoiled on the internet yet. I don't know, I've got a story coming up about there may have been, inadvertently really, leaked who the master is. But we've got a story about that coming up. Maybe it's supposed to be like a Friar haircut. Yes, maybe so. Yes, the Wookiee. It looks stupid anyway. Anyway, so they're going to put the sisters together. She's packing her bag. She's ready. She's going. That's right. I'm sodding off. I'm leaving. And she's got a little triangular book with the is that the Jedi symbol for some reason in it. And May's angry because they've got to stay together because they're twins. So May doesn't want her to go, and she says, "I'll kill you if you go." Oh, But she steals the book and runs away and locks her in. And in this this fortress that's hewn from the living rock. Did he say yes to no or no to wanting to know? I said, I don't care. I don't care either way. That's what I said. This fortress hewn from the living rock with all this technology that they've got around them. They've got essentially oil lamps, I imagine. And she starts, we learned that she started the fire in the first 2 episodes. And they said, I'm sure they said it burned the village or something where she lived. They never said anything about, a fortress stronghold. I'm sure they said village. So I was imagining, like an oldie worldy village with like buildings made from wood and stuff like that. Burnable structures. Maybe a thatched roof or two. Something. You got that impression, didn't you? But no, it's a highly flammable rock-hewn fortress. There it is. So it's all burning, but she gets out. She takes this panel off and crawls through this Jeffrey's tube. There she goes. And as she's going through here, she looks up and we see like shadows moving, and we hear screams of all the women dying. I don't know, but anyway. Then she gets to this area with this bridge, and there's some sort of big power thing in there of some sort, maybe a generator. I've no idea, but it blows up anyway. There it goes. And and Osher and May are separated from on this bridge. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what May's doing down there, but and then Sol appears out of nowhere as well, by the way, and May falls. It all collapses. May falls to her death, and then Osher falls, but Sol grabs her and makes a meal out of it. He really makes a meal, holding on with his hand. I mean, the last episode, he bloody caught her with the force, didn't he? When she went over something. When she was fully grown. But now he's making a meal out of it, holding her with the hand and panting and grunting and all that stuff. And pulls her up, saves her life. And then they come through the thing. And look, all the witches are dead. But they don't look burned, do they? And he says he saw May die, so he saw her fall. But that doesn't mean she died, does it? Maybe he assumed she died. Never assume. It makes an ass out of you and me. Anyway, we go through here and they see all the dead witches. They don't look burned. There's not even any fire in here, is there? Maybe a bit of smoke around the edges, but there's no fire. Is that a bit burned? I don't know, but they don't look burned at all. So is it being some Jim Jones, Jonestown thing going on? Have they got some Kool-Aid? I've no idea. Heaven's Gate sort of thing. That's Mother, what's her face? Jodie Turner-Smith. She calls her Mama, even though it was Mother Coral that bore them. Anyway, there we see a bit of fire there, but not exactly a blazing conflagration, is it? There's a few spots of fire, a fire extinguisher, that'd sort it out, wouldn't it? There you go, that's it. Not exactly, out of control, is it? If it started raining, it'd put it out, wouldn't it? Anyway, they've got her on the spaceship now. There she's got I presume from smoke inhalation, they've got her on a ventilator. And they say, we're off to Coruscant. And I was telling her, May started the fire. I thought, no, I was bloody there. That's how I do it. And she's telling her, everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. Why is Dredge Tiger showing us the YouTube symbol? I don't know. Are we still going on YouTube? We seem to be. Anyway. Telling that everybody's dead. She's saying we must go back, we can't, because everybody's dead. Blah, blah, blah. So it's saying to her, come with me, you'll be my Padawan. I mean, we've been here before, haven't we? I think that's the end, actually. We've been here before, haven't we? And they look older than Anakin was. And he was too old to begin the training. Maybe this is all to do with it. Oh, no, we haven't done yet. Because we learned that May's still alive. May's calling out for Osher. She's at the willow tree. But she's still alive. Then it's the end. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Rubbish episode. Unbelievably bad. It is. And full of messaging. This is, full bore DI messaging. All about basically, it's all about, these, lesbians that live in outer space in a lesbian colony. They don't need no men. They can have children without no men, either through the Force or some sort of cloning. It's not told. It's implied it's kind of the Force or the thread. So does this mean they're going to be the precursors to Anakin? Does Palpatine at some point in the future learn what happened here and learn the process? Don't know. But it was bloody terrible. There was another line as well. What was it now? One of them says, I don't know if it's Coral or Anastasia, says they're old enough to decide what they want to do. Or the way they want to go, and thought, well, that's a definite, that's a reference, that's an age of consent thing, isn't it? Because they're always trying to lower the age of consent, aren't they? The LGBTQ plus community. They just are. I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's what they're always after. lowering it down, getting it lower and lower. Now they're wanting kids to be part of that. That's what this is. That's what that is, I think, anyway. But anyway, it's a rubbish episode, absolute garbage. And there you go. If you wish, you would train as my Padawan. It's up to the council, isn't it, really? Not up to him or her. Bloody awful. Bloody awful. I'm not even going to give this a score. I was quite generous with the first 2 episodes, I think. I give the first 2 episodes a 6 out of 10, didn't I? And afterwards I thought, nah, that's a bit generous. Maybe a 4, 4.5 at a push. Anyway. Bloody rubbish. Bloody rubbish. It is. Nearly halfway. I mean, at least it's only 8 episodes. So I bet they're not going to get any better. Why were they all guilty? The Jedi, why did they feel guilty? Or particularly, I forgot his name already. Begins with a T. Him that took the poison. Because did they murder all those witches? We didn't hear any lightsabers flying about, did we? We didn't hear and all that. They just screamed and died. Anyway, I don't know. May will get knocked up by Smilo Ren, and that's how Palpatine is. Is she going to be Palpatine's mother? You know what? You're probably right. They'll move to Naboo. And all that stuff. They'll have twins, and one of the twins will be Palpatine, and the other one will be Jar Jar Binks somehow. That's how it'll work. Long live the Sith. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. It's going to turn out that Jar Jar Binks and Palpatine are long-lost twins, separated at birth.